Recently, I just finished doing all the Ascensions and Slay the Spire, a real great time, but since then I got a roguelite-shaped hole in my sternum. So I tried a bunch of games, but they just weren't hitting. Which led me back to Risk of Rain 2, Seekers of the Storm? Dude, I'm trying to seek a good time, not broken dreams. No! But they've been rolling out patches, and I love the franchise enough to give them the benefit of the doubt that the game is improving. I mean, Survivors of the Void was no walk in the park at launch either, not like we knew at the time because we never got patch notes, and I want to see the brand new, all new, but not quite because the patch came out in December, and a brand new, bright DLC of Risk of Rain 2, and oh, does it shine with all its same splendor, because it kind of feels like the same game at first. And that's fine, you just kind of have to go out of your way to interact with much of the DLC though, but the items are good, and you're always going to be seeing them. They're pretty strong, but then again, I'm sure anything would have been better than the previous versions. I heard they took community feedback for the bouncing, which explains why they're really consistent and relatively strong. There's a bunch with their own little requirements and wacky little sound effects. By the time you start getting late into a loop, your run is not only visually indecipherable, but you get to listen to a drugged up metronome. Dude, which item is it making that? Is that antlers, or is that the, like, get all the kills in, like, a row? Wait. Dude, am I stupid? Where's the, which item is it? Oh shit, it's my phone! Okay, hold on. Hey, no, sorry about that. I was in the bathroom. They're strong, unique, and fun, and having these items in the pool just makes the game easier, because you're more likely to get a strong item. Adding on to that, though, if you want to talk about strong, you can talk about the characters, right? 8-Ball and Shithead Jr. Judging by the roadmap, I doubt they're going to be changed or nerfed for the worse that hard, but, you know, Seeker, you have your balls, you run into people. False Sun is janky, you get health and run into people. They're fun in their own way, but no doubt strong. You combine that with the previously mentioned items, and we are going to the moon. Not in, like, that connotation, but, you know, with all this consistency, there's even less risk in Risk of Rain. Though, to be fair, there wasn't much to begin with. Early mountain shrines, maybe void items, or even the worship unit if your run sucks that much, but the additions to this game are mostly difficulty, like new elites or enemies. It's not risk. Driving on a dangerous road would be a difficult task. Not wearing your seatbelt would be a risk. But if you offered me a Hugh Grant for no seatbelt, then I'm taking it, man. I'm taking the reward every day, because the value of the reward has to be close to the risk, right? Like the Halcyon Shrine. In exchange for fighting a lot of enemies and a mini-boss, you get free items, gold, XP, and you get to skip the teleporter event, and there's no downside, is there? Because you want to fight enemies, and even if you go through the portal, you can just go back to the main path whenever. So why would I even want to go through the new stages? I mean, sure, they look good and some are kind of fun, but what's the reward? Okay, all right, those are some real good looking skins. I get it. Okay, so how do I get them? I fucking hate this guy. Yeah, I know they're gonna fix him, but let me punch down, okay? Because on paper, there aren't really too many attacks, and they're pretty simple to dodge, but in practice, you better light a candle, because this dude runs the show and will do whatever, whenever. If he wants to hit you in the head with a stick, God willing, you will pay the price. It's like a kid with an M60, dude. Oh, just dodge the bullets. I don't know when he shoots, man. And of course, that's if you get to fight him, because it feels like the shrine never fucking wants to spawn. And when you finally find it, you're like 3 loops in, you climb all the way up, and then... He's so fast, man, and that laser beam might as well shoot through my monitor into my frontal cortex. It'd still kill me in 2 ticks. I mean, he's not impossible to beat. You can just outrun him if you have enough speed or, you know, other stuff like that. But that shit's kind of boring. He's just really overtuned and unpredictable, which does not help him at all. And I think for me, that easily made this boss the most disappointing thing about the entire expansion. No, man, no, just cut the music. Look what they did to you. They took his fucking legs and replaced it with a rolling pin. That's not sanitary, man. You can't make pasta. So here's how you fix this while maintaining the silhouette, right? Rolling pin's out. Keep the feet as grabbers. That way you can grab ingredients, cook them underneath, and you can actually be a chef. That won't solve him not being fun, though, because that primary fire is absolute misery. It's so awkward. It's the opposite of ergonomic. It just especially stings coming off Risk of Rain Returns, where you get to chuck cleavers for the fun of the game, and boy is he fun in that one, but having to go back and reinvent the wheel just doesn't feel too good. And of course, talking about Risk of Rain Returns, gotta give a shout out to Miner, you know, still great, still got it. #1 ranked survivor, voted by the community in my dreams. Sadly, only playable in Risk of Rain and Returns, barring mods, of course. But you know about Returns, curiously, also $14.99 USD. I'm just saying, right? But who am I kidding? You probably already own Returns. So that leads us right back here to the DLC. And I mean, honestly, looking at it, it was fun. I enjoyed my time with it for the most part until I had to actually go to the areas. A lot of my personal qualms about it are getting fixed eventually. Not a Survivors of the Void console time frame, but, you know, eventually. I have a feeling that if I had waited till the rest of the patch, then I'd have a better experience. But also, if I played during launch, my ass would not have even come back for the patches, because experiencing even like a tiny like remnant from the launch is fucking infuriating, man. And it's just weird thinking about how after these patches that this might be the last bit of Risk of Rain that we might ever get. I mean, thankfully we have the patches, so the final state of Risk of Rain 2 is, you know, great, but I'm sure if Gearbox announced a Risk of Rain 3, I don't know how many people would just be really eager to support that. Especially after this whole Seekers of the Storm fiasco, and also, you know, more importantly, making the Blind Pest. But what if they were able to do it? What if they were able to make a new Risk of Rain? Well, you do the same old Risk of Rain 1 method, right? Risk of Rain, Hostile Worlds, Returns. Right? You show it off at one of Jeff Keighley's birthday parties, you know, build some hype around it, and then you cancel it before it comes out.